around with their eyes wide shut, totally oblivious to what's happening around them, partially so as to ease their conscience, not realizing that by them remaining silent, silence is agreement.
So everything is word of mouth by now. Street Sense has been around since 2003, so we've developed a rapport amongst folks, and we have over 130 men and women currently selling the newspaper. So that's over 130 people that might tell someone else that they meet that's in need.
In the spring of 2013, one of my former students, who's now since has graduated, she was very interested in homeless issues. This student, Shira is her name, she had gotten involved with Street Sense just as a volunteer and had talked to the director, the executive director of the organization, Brian Carome, about the possibility of starting a theater workshop. And she knew that from projects that we had done together and that I had directed her in, that I was interested in the area we call Theater for Social Change. So I met with Brian. He was really interested in us starting a theater workshop, experimentally, let's see how this works. We began by doing improvisation. Sometimes I gave them writing prompts. Sometimes I gave them assignments from one week to the next. And the workshop grew. It started, I think, with 4 people. And then now we often have 10 or 12 people. But people's lives, of course, if you're a street dweller, are pretty chaotic. And it's not like teaching a course, let's say here at GW. One of the participants who had some issues that needed medication, some mental issues that needed them, was not taking the medication and was hearing voices, but explained to the social worker that the only place this person didn't hear the voices was when they were in the theater workshop.
After being here and after what the kind of transformation that we see is if the program is working for someone, is self-confidence. Because you're out there and successfully engaging your customers.
When I sell a paper, I don't use the word homelessness. I don't use that word. In the Bible it says, "Ask and you shall be given; seek and you shall find; knock and the door shall be open." And most people are afraid to do those things. They think they beg. We have a paper to offer individuals. It ain't like I'm panhandling on the street, whereas though I'm just accepting services from you without rendering services to you. You know what I'm saying? Giving you something. I'm giving you something in return. When they talk about blacks being rude and being whatever they think that we are, it's the same thing in the media. You know what I'm saying? How we animals sometimes and woo woo woo. So they brainwash you with this. They use the same snip over and over and over and over again to brainwash you about this stuff. It's the same thing I use in sales. It's a workable model. You know what I'm saying? I learned this a long time ago in entrepreneurship that repetition it gets programmed in the subconscious mind. It's a powerful tool that most people as vendors of street sense don't understand that power. I do. I know. Because you know what happens? Some of those people that never bought from me, they actually come up to me and buy. It subconsciously sticks in.
Bring your own, the Street Sense.